G'day, I'm Steve Hay, this is Woodworking Masterclass and welcome to the workshop. The following is an extract from the video that I'm doing on making an oblique shooting board for hand planing. And it came from this book here, originally published in 1917, so it's over 100 years old. And that's the oblique shooting board I'm going to be making. But this part, or this video, is how I turned a piece of rough sawn timber, like this, into a precise, nicely dressed piece of timber. As you can see, they're the shavings. So please enjoy how to turn a rough sawn board into a precision board to the right dimensions and square, just using hand planes and hand saws. I'm going to measure down 19 inches, set up where you want to cut, and put a knife mark down there, right along there. All right, now what I'm going to do on the waist side is run a chisel right up that knife cut, and you'll see it'll come away nicely. And what I've got is a nice trench for my saw to sit in. Let's put a bit of beeswax on there. Stop it from binding. Okay, this is a rip saw. It's got some cobwebs on it. And I'm going to rip down these lines here, which is going to be a little bit oversized, but that's fine because I want them oversized so I can true them up with a plane. There you go, we'll clean that up with a hand plane. Have a look which way the grain's going. It's sort of going that way. So I'll put it in the vise here. And grab my HNT shooter. It's a bit clunky. Most of that's due to the fact that I had that split and I've got this big ridge up here, which I might actually knock off with this one. This is normally a scrub plane. I just want to get an aggressive cut. One more for luck. Okay, two more for luck then. Okay, that's coming okay, so now I can get the shooting board, or shooting plane, and totally square it up. When you can feel the whole shaving coming off, you know you're doing pretty good. Then I've got to flatten this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in the tail vise, pop the dog up. Make sure it's below where I'm planing. Tighten it up. That's not moving. And that's what you want. If you're going to flatten a board, you want to make sure that the sole of the plane hangs over both ends. Now, the blade is off this end, but I'm still here. So it's going to flatten anything out. If I had something like, okay, this plane, I would be cutting here and riding up over it. So it'd be going like this, and it won't get that dead flat. A55 here, it's basically a scrub plane. So I'm going to make it take a decent chunk out. I'll show you in a tick. You don't want to go in the one spot, you want to go up and down the board. Because if you do it in the one spot, then you're going to put a slope on your timber. Now if you have a look at that, there's a low spot, see it's all dirty? But look at the rest of the board. I've touched that with the plane. So I've just got to keep going until this is down. I reckon 2 more at the most. Now I'm going to leave that. There's only such a small amount there, which is right there. And what I'll do with that, we'll get that with the smoothing plane. So those of you that watched previous videos when I was setting up the HNT Gordon planes, you'll remember that I've got a rounded edge on this blade. It's just rounded right on the end of the blade. The thing I love about these planes is you can go this way and it works just as well. And then when you get tired of doing that, you can flip the plane around and go this way. And almost no tear out in either direction. Expose a little bit here. And that's it off the plane. Just beautiful. Now we've got to do the other side. Same, flatten it out. Because we had a dip in the side we just did, stands to reason we've got a curve on this side. So when I start doing this, I just want to concentrate on the middle of the board. I don't want to particularly go from here to here. I just want to do on the crown. Bit of a dip in there as well. Not worried about getting tear out at this stage. And just to show you what I was talking about, you'll see there's been planed, but on the edge it hasn't. That's because we've got the convex happening. What I might do now, I might try a shooting plane. See how that goes. Yeah, that's quick. The difference between this one and this one, apart from visually, this one, as I said, is a scrub plane or a hogging plane, and it has a curved blade, whereas this one just has a straight blade, and that's why we sort of got through that a lot quicker. Okay, now we're just going to have to flatten that out using the smoothing plane. Believe me, this is a cranky piece of timber. It's beautiful, but it's got fiddle back in it. Terrain directions like you wouldn't believe. But anything worth going for generally, whoop, there goes my iced coffee. Generally you got to pay for. There we go. And there's that side. And again, there's chatoyance on that. That's what makes it so cranky. Now we'll just see they're parallel. And that's 19 mil. Lock that off. Try the other side. That's close enough to 19 mil, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. And that is good to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed the shooting board build as well. I just thought it was something a little bit different. A lot of people out there are wanting to get back into hand tools, and it is confronting when you're looking at a rough piece of timber and you think, oh, how do I flatten that? You learn so many things by doing that simple exercise of squaring the board. Even if you haven't got a project to do, it's not a bad idea. Get yourself a nice bit of timber that's not straight and maybe have a cup and a bow in it and practice. Not only will you learn how to plane, you'll get a good cardio workout as well, but you'll learn how to sharpen, how to set, how to employ patience, discipline, and I tell you what, you'll learn a lot about your own character. And you make these beautiful shavings. That's it for now. This is Steve pulling the shadow down, saying remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself, be kind to each other, and I look forward to having your company in the workshop, at the workbench again very, very soon. Bye for now. God bless.